Before you try to hop on any trend, you need to watch this video. All right guys, there are a ton of trends out there. Every single day, week, month, there's a new trend coming out, whether it's an algorithm change, or you should be doing this on social, or you should be doing this on video. And it's just a whole bunch of noise. And sometimes people can get confused and like, I need to jump on this trend, that trend. So in this video, I'm gonna cover the areas that you need to focus on. The first thing you have to think about when you hear any sort of trend is you have to understand, what is that a trend for? The data that they have and how they're saying this is now trendy, what is the demographic that they're referring to? What research was done? Because that trend may not apply to your specific niche or what you're doing. If you are in a niche, consumers that are purchasing vehicles prefer to do this trend or are following this trend, or consumer purchasing is in this specific trend, but maybe for what you're selling to them, it doesn't necessarily apply. So whenever you hear about a trend, you have to think, who is the demographic that they're talking about this is trending for? Even if they say it's from the age group of 25 to 34 or 35 to 60 or whatever the age group is, you then have to go a layer deeper and say, okay, that is my demographic, that is the age group that I'm trying to sell and market to, but what are they specifically selling and marketing to them versus what you are? Because too often, if you're bouncing around, you're not giving your existing strategy enough time to work. Have you done it for 90 days? Now, if you've been doing something for 12 months and you're like, dude, this isn't working anyways, then you need to make a change. But a trend should not force you to make that change. Here at the agency, all the time things are happening with algorithms on social. Those types of trends, you should immediately make a change, because that is the platform. If you're spending a lot of time on Instagram or LinkedIn or YouTube and you're creating content, you're pushing out to the market, and those platforms say, hey guys, this is a trend that we've seen, so we are now going to change our algorithm to match it, and we're gonna go this way, then you need to make an immediate pivot to be able to play to that new algorithm change. If you don't, you are going to be left in the dust. So you need to follow algorithm changes, but I feel like that's different than trends, but they then lead to trends. So for example, TikTok took over for the short form content in vertical format. Instagram then tried to do Reels and say, guys, Reels are where it's at. Last year, Reels are where it's at. You gotta be pushing Reels. Instagram then changed their algorithm to say, we don't care much about that, but in the meantime, YouTube came out and said, shorts are important to us, because they're again trying to compete with TikTok. So they're promoting more shorts. So the more short content that you create, vertical format, easily digestible and consumable, they're going to push your views, push your channel out further. So that is going to then form a trend, but initially it's just an algorithm change. But anytime you hear anything about this where you have to make a massive change or a pivot into what you're currently doing, you have to first think, who is this targeting? There may be trends on Twitter from a political standpoint, but people then tell me, hey dude, Twitter's back, Elon's got it, people are flocking back to it. Yes, but my demographic, my target audience is not on that platform. If they are, they're consuming content that is not related to what it is that we do, and it's not easy for me to find them. For my specific audience, I can find them in other channels, so I have to devote more attention to those channels because I can easily find them, market to them, and sell to them. Tons of people talk about Facebook for Business. Facebook for Business is great. Ads on Facebook are great for specific type of businesses. For certain niches, even if your demographic is on there, if it's very difficult to find them and market to them, it may not be the best decision to devote a ton of time into it. So whenever you hear about a trend, first understand, who are they talking about? What's the demographic? What's the most likelihood of what people are selling to that demographic that they use to say, this is now a trend that we're seeing? And then also look at it from standpoint, if you want to try it out, go in, put your toe in the water and test it out first. Then if you see some successes, you can push more effort into it, change your strategy, all those types of things. But you first have to test it and prove it out before you can go and say, we're gonna put all of our resources into this trend. This is working for us, test it out first. A perfect example for me is that the trend is that more people are going to websites on mobile devices. That is true across the board. If you look at all traffic, more than 50% of it comes from mobile, but not in my specific niche. In my specific niche, desktop still is higher. Desktop is running about 60 to 75% of all of our traffic, and our clients' traffic in this niche comes from desktop. So if I would have said, ooh, here's the trend, everybody's coming from mobile, let's optimize everything for mobile, push it out, do a mobile-only version of a website, which some companies have done. They don't even have desktop versions. It's just strictly mobile. Then I would be missing the boat, and I would be following a trend that doesn't apply to my industry. So like I said, understand, yes, that's a trend, but do you have data in your own space to support? Like, have you seen something that is leading you to believe that you should follow that trend? check your data first. If you guys like this video, share it with one person you know. If you like podcasts, go over to Technical Sales and Marketing on every single podcast platform. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and we will see you on the next one.